All right, let's see what's going on with former president of the Philippines, Rodrigo Duterte. So apparently he got arrested by the ICC, which is, I don't know. Well, I don't know what to think of that. ICC is according to Donald J. Trump, it's an elite, illegitimate court. Did I say that right? All right, so what's going on?
And shifting focus to the International Criminal Court in The Hague, where Southeast Asia's most consequential judicial hearing is beginning today. Inside the dock for the pre-trial hearing is the firebrand Filipino leader, former President Rodrigo Duterte. Alleged offense, the 6-year-long war on drugs, which killed thousands, and what the International Criminal
Okay, so that's the premise, right? He's in court because he killed thousands. Okay, not sometimes people don't even look it up. Why were those people? A lot of people died in the Philippines during his era. 6 years. So war on drugs. I mean, this is like how, like the El Salvador. I mean, that case, that dude from El Salvador is going to be also in trouble because he fixed his country and killed a lot of people too. Drugs and gangs and all that. So, if it's up to ICC, they'll probably jail Donald Trump or Netanyahu. Well, actually, they did that to Netanyahu. They put out a warrant of arrest for Netanyahu in Israel, and this is why Trump sanctioned ICCs because of that, because of their, they want to be the police of the world. This globalist makes me sick.
Court says amounts to crimes against humanity. After reaching the courtroom from the Dutch detention facility, the former Filipino president will
Dutch,
face a 3-woman ICC judge panel. Duterte will then be informed
all
of
women.
quantum of charges against him.
Nothing wrong with that,
Now,
but
the charges against Duterte are said to be
so this is the guy, the prosecutor. This is uh the main prosecutor. So he's going to make his case to to prosecute Duterte.
proclaimed in front of the ICC prosecutor Karim Khan, Duterte's own lawyer, as well as the lawyer of the victims of Duterte's drug war. In front of the ICC justices, prosecutor Karim Khan must present enough evidence for the case against Duterte to go to trial. At the same time, the former Filipino president may object to charges against him. Duterte may seek to challenge the prosecution's evidence, and Duterte may also present counter-evidence to potentially proclaim innocence in the case.
Yeah. Y-
The Filipino Vice President, Sara Duterte, is also in The Hague to help her father fight the case. She has launched a last-minute bid to delay her father's scheduled appearance at the ICC. Now, back in Manila, Veronica Duterte, the youngest daughter of the former Filipino president, has filed a petition in the country's Supreme Court. She has asked the country's Supreme Court to ensure her father is brought back from The Hague. Duterte's youngest daughter suggests that the ICC can only arrest a person if the national legal system of the country is not functioning, and that the Filipino
so that's what I'm trying to get to is like how did ICC get into the Philippines? I mean, that means there's got to be a process, right? So that means they somehow contacted and agreed upon with the current president, the governing body, all the way down to local PD, the local police, be able to arrest him. I mean, how many did ICC send in an army to arrest him, or was it that Filipino army of Filipino police themselves arrested him? So yeah, that was it. I don't know what's going on there, but I gotta look that up.
judicial system remains properly functional for anybody to seek justice. Even as
Yeah.
Duterte's daughter fights for her father's return to the Philippines, the former president himself has informed the Filipino people of a quote-unquote a long legal battle. The 79-year-old populist earlier accepted that he remains answerable for his presidential actions because the Filipino military was simply following his orders during the drug war, which his critics call a period of impunity.
For all of the what happened in the past, I will face it for our law enforcement and military. I said I will protect you and I will be answerable for all. This will be a long legal proceeding, but I say to you, I will continue to serve my country. So be it, if that is my destiny. Thank you.
The ICC trial marks a historic
I mean, I can see what it's was it coming from. Um, but then again, we don't
moment,
know.
not just for the Philippines.
Now, is he like, is he admitting that he did those crimes? I don't know. He might have.
But for international justice. Many see it as a critical chance to bring accountability for the thousands who died in Duterte's drug war, victims whose families still wait for closure. But even now, Duterte remains a deeply polarizing figure, enjoying strong support back home, especially among those who saw his war on drugs as tough but necessary. The ICC's next moves
Well,
could
yeah.
reshape the future
I mean, look at the Philippines now compared to like before Duterte was oh before Duterte took office. Drugs and gangs and all that running rampage in the Philippines. Fix that.
of political accountability in Southeast Asia and test the precise limits of justice on the global stage.
First Post brings you the Ideas Pod at the Ricina
Yeah.
Dialogue 2025.
So, yeah, that's it. I don't know what to say about that. So, I have to look that up and see what's going on, but all I can say is that, ICC, um, and somehow they are the police of the world, but I hope that, they find him not guilty because, I mean, if you're going to fight the crime, and let's just like, if you're going to fight, let's just say you're going to fight cartel, right? You want trying to get rid of a cartel in Mexico. And this is why this is why the Mexican government is so reluctant of doing that, is because there's going to be a lot of people going to be there's a lot of people going to die, just like how um, Gaza or Israel and Gaza and Palestinian war is going on. There's a lot of people that are dead, and there's still going to be a lot of people dying, you know, and so. Of course there's going to be casualties, because that was the war. What Duterte did was war against crime and drugs in the Philippines. I remember that. So we shall see. I'm going to keep following that and share that to you guys. I mean, there's a lot of things in the comments here. We stand with our beloved former President Duterte in the Philippines, and he's getting a lot of support from the Philippines. I see that on Facebook all over the place. I mean, friends and family, the Filipinos. I'm Filipino. Um, I supported him. I support him now, even though I'm not there. I'm here in America, and let's just pray for him. Pray for the former president of the Philippines. Well, that's it for now. Until next time, keep it here.